All right, Shalom. We give our praise going on to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, Basham Dash, double on to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. I have another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. I just got this article sent to me by one of the brothers in the camp, and the Spirit, compelled me to do a video on it and bring this information out. So this is from blacklistednews.com. And this headline: more than 2,400 animals killed by oil spill in Colombia. All right. This is an oil spill of approximately 550 barrels, 23,100 gallons, has killed more than 2,400 fish, birds, and reptiles near the city of Barranca, Colombia, RCN Radio reported. Oil started spilling from the Lizama 158 oil field in early March and spread down 15 miles of the Lizama River and 12.4 miles of the Sogamoso River. According to local media, it took Colombia state oil company Ecopetrol 3 weeks to respond to the environmental disaster. Now I say this, I find it ironic that this oil spill happened. Spilling all these barrels of oil just when, at the same time you got Venezuela dealing with their crisis economically, while at the same time today, this week, I believe yesterday, Monday, China launched the Petro Yuan, which is basically what the currency they're going to use to trade oil in instead of today's world reserve currency, which is the U.S. dollar, which is going to cause what analysts have been saying, different oil trade wars, between the two. Okay, and then now we're hearing about this oil spill here in Colombia that it took the company weeks to even deal with. Okay, so there's definitely something bigger involved. We just gotta wait to see what plays out. So it says Colombia reports noted that the crude started escaping the oil field on March 3rd, but it was only this past Saturday that Ecopetrol vowed to send heavy equipment that could stop the spill. The company said Tuesday that the spill is fully controlled and workers are carrying out environmental monitoring of the rivers. The cause of the spill is currently unclear, but an investigation is underway. Right, and that's after over 2,000 animals were killed. Okay? It says, in addition to the 2,400 animals who died, Claudia Gonzalez, director of the National Agency of Environmental Licenses, told RCN Radio that 1,300 animals were rescued alive. About 1,080 trees of different species were also affected by the spill, so different trees, and about 70 people had to be relocated from the area, with some people reporting health problems. So, hey, maybe it was more than oil, because those are Israelites down there in Colombia, man, and Esau has a lot of heavy, dealing down there in those forests and those areas down there. So, in those sea coasts. So whether it was Esau or whether it was, something that Yahweh Bashmi Awashai did, through the Spirit, at the same time, it's affecting, what's going on down there, and ultimately going to affect what's going on around the world. Okay. It says, I have practically nothing to eat. We have lived through the river all our lives, and the contamination has already reached the Magdalena area. Resident Elkin Kala told the Colombian television station Noticias Uno. Barranca Bermeja, located off the shore of the Magdalena River in the department of Santander, is home to the largest oil refinery in the South American country. All right, in Colombia, it says Santander Governor Didier Tevera Amado has criticized the oil company for being incompetent and incapable of responding to the environmental emergency. All right, so like I said, this is ultimately this is judgment from Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Okay, so let's get into the scriptures here. This is Hosea 4:3. It says, "Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field." You know what, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 1. Hosea 4:1. "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High in the land." Hey, and like I said, Colombia, and that's the tribe of Asher. All right? And it is no truth of Yahweh Bashan Shai in these lands right now. Okay? You know, unless there's, you know, in some way, shape, or form, brothers out there teaching. But for the most part, a lot of these countries are void of, you know, I'll say great millstone camps that we know about. You know, speaking the truth. So the Lord's controversy is dealing with these people. Okay? It says, because there's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. And a lot of those people from Venezuela that are dealing with that crisis, they're headed over there to Colombia as refugees, and they're bringing a lot of their issues and their problems and their murder and homicides and things over there, along with the crime that's already being committed. You know? So the Lord has a controversy with the nation of Israel. Okay? Verse 3 is the point. It says, "Therefore shall the land mourn." Right? Now, Colombia is an oil rich country, along with Venezuela and other places in South America. Okay? Especially dealing with the tribe of Asher, which, matter of fact, I'll get that scripture real quick. All right? Because it talked about the Colombians. Well, when you go to Genesis, the 49th chapter, and it speaks about Asher, okay? It says here, in verse 20, it says, "Out of Asher his bread shall be fat," meaning he's going to have an abundance of resources, okay? "And he shall yield royal dainties." Now, a royal dainty would be, of course, it would be oil, because oil is how a lot of these royal, you know, these so-called nobles or princes of the world today, or these elite elite government officials get rich. Okay? Another scripture that comes to mind, which actually may be the one I was looking for, is Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter. And I believe it speaks about Asher dipping his feet. Right, here we go. Right. Deuteronomy 33:24. This is the point. It says, "And of Asher he said, Let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil." Okay? So today, that will be the Colombians, the Brazilians, the Venezuelans, all right? I believe the Chileans, the Uruguayans, down there in South America, all in that region. Those are the tribe of Asher in those countries, all right? Those people there, all right? And they have a high level of oil reserves down there in those countries. But now you got this spill, okay? And now it's affecting them, okay? Right, and you see it here. And so now their bread is being affected. All right, it says here, "I have practically nothing to eat. We have lived through the river all our lives, and the contamination has already reached the Magdalena, which is the river area." Resident Elkin Kala told the Colombian television station Noticias Uno. Okay, so that bread is being affected. Why? Because there's no knowledge of the Lord in the land. Okay, so he's touching the resources. He's touching the animals. Okay. You know, there's another scripture. Let's see. Dealing with these fishes of the sea. Right. Zephaniah 1:2. It says, "I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea. right? And that's why you see a lot of these animals, like these whales and things, and these birds falling from the sky, and these whales beaching themselves, and starfish and different fishes washing themselves on the beaches, and because it's ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua doing these things. Okay? It says, I will consume man and beast, I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked, and I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. Alright? And that's ultimately going to be the Lord destroying America. Okay? But he's judging these other places in the earth as well. The same way he did ancient Egypt. Okay? Now, Esau, he deals with these oil and these different companies, and he's the one that's poisoning the water and the things like that, causing these illnesses where the Lord's going to judge him too. Okay? He's going to judge the so-called white man for his wickedness. All right? So this is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And, all right, these other nations, okay, they're going to be judged. All right? Esau, it says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. All right? That's why, I'm doing GMS, Great Millstone News and Prophecy, because the prophets are going to get rewarded for speaking of the works of Yahweh Bashar in the earth. Okay, it says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And the so-called white man destroys the earth. That's why these oil spills take place, man. And the leaders of our people, the government officials and things like that, they follow in Esau's lead. Okay? So they're getting judged. But Esau, he's going to be judged by going into slavery. And then after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery in our kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, he's going to be burnt, gathered together, burnt up, and erased from existence. Okay? For his wickedness. It was going to destroy him, for destroying the earth. All right? So this has been GMS News and Prophecy once again. All in the spirit of Yahweh Bashar Shah, pushing these videos out and this information. And give our praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashar Shah, Bashar Kwadash, double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. I hope you all were edified. To the elect, Shalom.